So if you've just started fishing a new lake or you're about to start fishing a new lake, we've got 3 tips for you to make the most of your time on the water, to get to know the water as quickly as you can and really capitalise on the time that you've got on the bank. We're going to be getting these tips from Tim, who runs the YouTube channel The Buzz for Bite, capturing bites, capturing the best bit of carp fishing, which is a run. He recently started fishing a new lake in 2015, was it? 2015. And Newlands Specimen Lake, and within a year had 21 fish, fishing just at every other weekend, pretty much every other weekend, and 21 fish, including the biggest fish in the lake, which was 37 pounds 4. So definitely knows how to crack on with a new lake, and has got some really good tips that he's applied on a lot of different waters, and to help him be really successful in the short amount of time that he gets to fish. So we're going to crack on with 3 tips for fishing a new lake.
Well, it's an old adage, but my first top tip is you've got to walk and talk. You've got to walk around the lake, you've got to have a look, you've got to try and find fish, because if you can't fish where the fish are, you're not going to catch anything. So walk around, find the fish if you possibly can, and talk to people. There are fish crashing over the other side of the lake just as I'm speaking, and we're sitting here watching the water. There's another angler next to us, but this is what you're going to see. If the weather's like this, conditions are like this, you're going to see things. And talk to people while you're walking around. Talk to people, even if you can't see fish showing. Talk to people. What have they been catching? What baits are they using? And just try and get as much information as you can. If you're fishing a new lake, it's absolutely vital. You might spend your first few sessions not even fishing, just literally walking around the lake, trying to find fish, trying to talk to people, and just get as much information as you can. And that's certainly my top tip. Top tip number 1, and you'll hear most carp anglers say the same thing. You've got to find them, so walk and talk. Second one, stay mobile, be prepared to move. If you're not catching anything, and your time, like my time on the bank, is precious, move. So stay mobile, be prepared to move. If there are fish showing and you can move onto them, go and get onto them. And while you're fishing, if you're fishing and you're not catching anything, be prepared to move. Watch the water, be prepared to move. I can't stress enough how important that is. Just watch the water all the time. Do what I'm doing now for most of it.
There's a lot of people go with a bivvy and a bed chair and the idea of a swim that they want to fish, and they set up a portable DVD player and or get their laptop in their bivvy, and they're not watching the water, and they think, I've just got this night, I just want to spend this night tucked up, and if I catch, I catch. It'd be nice to catch, but
yeah, I would agree with you. But day or night, be prepared to move. You know, if you're not catching, and there are obviously fish showing somewhere else, get on them, and move. They're my top tips.
Number 3.
I can't remember what number 3 was.
Number 3 was
watch the water.
We've sort of included.
We sort of covered that. We covered watching the water, and that kind of comes with that. That's all part of walking around and talking to people. You're going to be watching the water, staying mobile, and making sure you're not shut away under your umbrella or in your bivvy. Just watch the water, and any signs of fish you're not catching, move on to them. So that, in complete rambling, is 3 top tips, isn't it? Walk and talk, stay mobile, watch the water.
Keep your eyes on the water. There we go. So if you want more tip videos like this, of someone that's been doing this for 10-12 years, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting out little tip videos as we go, as well as the bulk of the channel being the runs, which, as I say, is the best bit. So yeah, feel free to subscribe for more. This has been Tim Holt, my dad. I've been John, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed.